On this episode of WGTV, young leaders in Prosper are stepping up to make a difference. One Dallas-based business spreads the art of beekeeping, plus a season update on the Walnut Grove tennis team. These stories and more on this episode of WGTV. Good afternoon, Wildcats, and happy Pi Day. Thank you for taking a slice out of your day to tune to this episode of WGTV. Live from the Grove, I'm Olivia Cook.
And I'm Jackson Kingerski.
We have many exciting stories coming up, but first, Jackson's going to report on the news buzzing around the Grove. Jackson?
Thanks, Olivia. This year's DECA state competition was fierce, but several students rose to the challenge and qualified for the international competition in Orlando, Florida from April 25th to 29th. Congratulations to Soha Ali, Aditi Chocharia, Aryan Gokul, Ovia Prakash, Athinder Satish Kumar, Samyukta Shantakumar, and Sai Aradhya Vanaparthi on this incredible achievement. Hope Week is an annual event where Hope Squad students raise awareness about mental health and suicide prevention through campus activities, open conversations, and community engagement. This year's theme, The Butterfly Effect, highlights how small acts of kindness can create a ripple effect of positive change. Students and staff are encouraged to participate in dress-up days and lunchtime activities from March 24th to 28th to support the cause. The week concludes with the Prosper ISD Hope Walk on March 29th from 9 to 11 a.m. at Children's Health Stadium. The Wildcat Barbecue team braved extreme conditions at their first regional competition in Rockwall, battling lightning delays, heavy rain, freezing temperatures, and high winds. After a grueling day that started at 3 a.m. and ended at 7:30 p.m., they secured 8th place overall and earned a spot at the Texas State High School Barbecue Championship. Congratulations to Reed Fisher, Paul Thompson, Sean Chapman, Michael Moffitt, and Grayston Choate for their resilience and determination. Their next regional competition will be in Mansfield, and the Pitmasters are looking to fine-tune their skills for state. A firefighter was injured while battling a fire at the Richland High School construction site. The fire occurred at 2:32 a.m. this past Monday on the 3rd. The Prosper Fire Department with aid from Frisco Fire contained the flames by 3:10 a.m. The injured firefighter was hospitalized but was later released. The cause remains under investigation, and officials are assessing damage to keep construction on track for the school's planned August 2025 opening. A powerful storm with 80-mile-an-hour straight-line winds destroyed a Vietnam veteran's home in Collins County last Tuesday morning. Robert Brock, his wife Cindy Lou, 2 roommates, and 5 dogs were inside their 72-foot-long mobile home along Highway 380 when the storm struck, flipping the structure and scattering belongings across the property. Brock and his wife were injured but thankfully alive. Their home of 24 years was completely demolished, and personal items were found nearly a mile away. Brock was a Marine veteran who sustained severe injuries during his service in Vietnam and now faces the challenge of rebuilding. His family has launched a GoFundMe to seek community support in the aftermath of the disaster.
Today's youth is often influencing society in various ways. Students in the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council get the chance to help better their community while understanding the political system. Christopher Munchmeyer takes a look into how these students are making a difference.
The youth of today they're the future.
For adults, their vote is their voice, and the Mayor of Prosper aims to give young people a similar opportunity.
It's kind of a symbol for Prosper.
The Mayor's Youth Advisory Council is a cabinet of Prosper's youth that helps the mayor on current issues and events they see throughout their community. It also gives a chance for young people to learn about the government around them.
I think that part of the Youth Advisory Council is actually educating that youth about how the political system works. Not to tell people how to believe politically, but how the system works.
The council is wrestling with what the right answer is because we're working on it.
The Mayor's Youth Advisory Council shared their opinions and recommendations with the mayor, who then presents them to Prosper's Town Council.
Mayor David Bristol, he's been very receptive at each meeting. He comes in, does like a 30-minute miniature town hall kind of thing. I mean, he talks about what the town is doing, so he keeps us updated, but also takes questions. He always has everyone bring, a couple of agenda items for him to bring back to City Council.
Bringing problems within the community forward has shaped the town of Prosper for the better, making so the youth inside the council can make change for youth outside the council.
I'd say the biggest thing is probably just being attentive and not really just being a bystander, just being active in your community and not letting things just kind of pass you by. Volunteering, charity, just doing whatever you can do to do good in the community.
The mayor's goal is to give young people a chance for their voices to be heard and for them to form more safe and communal neighborhoods.
It is important to me to hear from the youth of Prosper, and also for the youth of Prosper to know that they have a direct connection to the mayor and the town leadership.
For WGTV, I'm Christopher Munchmeyer.
Okay, and I think we'll probably talk more about this under.
Learning how to use your voice to advocate for change is an exceptional opportunity. These students have really stepped up as the next generation to reshape the future and ensure everyone's voice is heard.
A very rare announcement was made by Texas's Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. He proposed that the New York strip steak should be renamed the Texas strip steak. According to The Guardian, he stated that in a world filled with serious issues that address every day at the Capitol, this simple solution will help better market Texas beef. On March 1st, the annual NCAA cheer competition was hosted in Dallas at K. Bailey Hutchinson Center. However, the location of the competition will be relocated to Houston at George R. Brown's Convention Center and Toyota Center for the next 3 years. This is due to construction at the Dallas location, and this decision is not influenced by the evacuation that occurred at the recent competition, as it was determined prior to the occurrence.
From pollinating flowers to producing honey, bees play a very important role in sustaining a healthy ecosystem. One Dallas-based beekeeper buzzes from city to city to help people manage bees on their property. Tyler Medeiros has the story.
Bees are an important animal in our ecosystem, as bees create honey, pollinate flowers, and spread plant diversity. Bees also benefit from being cared for by humans. Beekeeping is a hobby that, while providing a fulfilling experience, can be difficult or too time-consuming to get into. Harmony Hollow Apiaries, based in the Dallas area, provides service to aspiring beekeepers.
So Harmony Hollow Apiaries is agriculture management for honeybees. We have education where we teach people how to be beekeepers and what to look for in the hives and how to be careful with the bees, and then performing services of agriculture management of bees.
Rex Smith, the owner of the company, actually began beekeeping on a whim.
So about 15 years ago, I was challenged to make my garden produce more without using chemicals in the garden. So I researched honeybees, I researched composting, just all sorts of things that would help benefit the plants in the garden. After about 1.5 years of looking at different methods, I chose honeybees.
The importance of beekeeping revolves around the fact that when bees thrive, humans and animals thrive too.
Bees are pollinators that help plants reproduce, and it's very beneficial to us on an ecosystem level because it allows us to have lots of food and crops, wildflowers, and really great biodiversity in our ecosystem. We commonly use honey to eat, as well as beeswax that goes into candles, cosmetics for ladies, and a lot of other commercial uses.
We had a section of our garden that produced about 3 5-gallon buckets full of cucumbers. The year after getting honeybees, we produced 5 5-gallon buckets of cucumbers, all that for pickling.
Through Harmony Hollow Apiaries, Smith ensures the future of bees in the DFW area for years to come. The bees he fosters build the beautiful, vast nature Texas is known for. For WGTV, I'm Tyler Medeiros.
To learn more about the business, visit the website bohemianutopia.com or search Harmony Hollow Apiaries on Google. Rex Smith also sells honey. Check the Where to Buy section of his website. Additionally, here are some photos of our very own Tyler Medeiros getting some B-roll in his bee suit. He looks so cool.
I imagine it'd be pretty hard to work a camera with a bee suit on.
It's definitely very impressive. Moving on to sports, Ryan Shelton is in studio with an exclusive interview. Ryan.
Thanks, Olivia. Here I am in studio with Coach Valez, the Walnut Grove tennis coach.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me.
Of course. So the Walnut Grove tennis program has seen widespread success. You know, y'all are ranked pretty high in the state from what I've heard.
Yeah, we have a lot of great players, great talent. I think as far as the state ranking goes, you know, we're a little different than football and basketball. You know, you're pretty limited on, we don't travel across the state to go play teams in Austin, San Antonio, or anything like that. So a lot of it's done on reputation. I think our kids' success has spoken for itself, and it's ended in a pretty good ranking so far, but that doesn't mean nothing if you don't do something with it. We're hoping that we can get a few teams to regionals, then try to transfer that to a few teams to state. But most of all, you know, just like everywhere else in this school, we really hope to use this success to still build a program. You know, we're in year 2, but really, and in school terms, we're still really young. The cool thing about tennis is it's really a it's a sport you can play forever, and really what you strive to do as a tennis coach specifically is to build the love of tennis in your whole community. And I think this community is really buying into that, and that's a pretty cool thing. It's one of those sports that it doesn't matter what you do. You could be a golfer, you could be a football player. A lot of people pick it up as a second sport, so tennis is growing tremendously in this area, and it's growing with a little bit of help of pickleball. Everyone loves a little pickleball, and it's the natural transition of, hey, if I can play pickleball, I can probably play tennis, and so that's a cool little thing happening there.
So you mentioned growth is a big contributor to y'all's success as a program. Would you say anything else has contributed to that as well? Yeah,
I would say it's the constant competition with each other. We are first and foremost a team program, but we do have to admit that tennis, very much kind of like golf, kind of like track, is an individual sport, and it is heavily individually driven. I think people are sometimes scared to play their teammates. Sometimes that makes them a little nervous, but we really push as coaches to remind our athletes, like, hey, you're making that person better. You're making them better by competing with them. That's what we want every day, is to create a healthy competition to help us all improve. But I know as coaches, it brings us a lot of pride and a lot of joy, and really makes us have a lot more fun when we go to a tournament and we're playing each other in the finals or the consolation finals at the end of the day, because we know both of our teams excelled, and yes, we have to play each other again, but that means that we had a good day and everyone had a good day. So that's what we strive for.
That's amazing. Thank you for coming in today.
Yeah, yes, sure. Thank you for having us.
That's all for this interview. We're going to get right into our sports recap. Starting things off with soccer, Walnut Grove's boys team faced off against the Bulldogs at McKinney North and came out on top 2-1, with Ben Joyner scoring both goals, getting assists from Mason Kutch and Preston Stiglitz. Wildcats were at it again, defeating the Anna Coyotes 5-0, with Ben Joyner and Mason Kutch each scoring 2 goals, and Jackson Shoekiss also with 1 goal. The boys have their eyes set on district playoffs next. The girls team faced off against McKinney North and emerged with a 5-0 victory. The girls then went to Anna, where they defeated them 5-1. The girls' next game is versus Melissa at 7:15. Walnut Grove's baseball had their first district game at home against the Denison Yellow Jackets. Wildcats brought a strong offense, with every batter getting at least 1 hit, bringing home a 12-2 victory, starting their district record 1-0. Their next game is tonight at 7:30 at Denison. Walnut Grove softball won their game at Greenville 19-6. Lindsey Hooker was the star player of this game with a home run, a double, and 6 RBIs. This victory brought the Wildcats to a 10-5 overall record and a 2-0 district record. Softball's next game is versus Sherman tonight at 6:45. Walnut Grove track has also been on a roll, setting 9 school records over the weekend in the 3200, the 1600, 400, the girls and boys 4x2 and 4x1, high jump, long jump. And on Friday, the girls varsity earned a 4th place behind 3 powerhouse 6A teams at the Dan Christie Relays. That's all for your sports recap. For WGTV, I'm Ryan Shelton. Back to you, Jackson and Olivia.
Thank you, Ryan. That's all we have for today's episode. For WGTV, I'm Jackson Kingerski.
And I'm Olivia Cook. Thanks for watching, and remember, Wildcats, set the standard.